I would like to help you understand how your dyslexia is connected to your self-esteem and how dyslexia often creates low self-confidence levels and what you can do about it. Dyslexics are often highly competent people, but if the self-esteem, the self-confidence is missing, then we often don't reach the goals that we set for ourselves. When dyslexics first get to school, what often happens is that the teachers have no idea that they're actually dyslexic. So there are these expectations and these tasks that we got as children that are not adequate for dyslexics. So we got stuck in a negative loop where we experience failure after failure after failure. As a consequence, a lot of dyslexics experience being called stupid or lazy, or people around us just simply lose hope. Like I, for example, have been discouraged by a teacher to even attempt to go to university. So things like this, even though it's really not our fault, have an influence on the way we see ourselves and the way we talk to ourselves. Meaning that the negative things that were said to us, we start telling ourselves. But there are things that we can do about this, so let's take a look at some of the proven techniques that are out there that are helpful for situations like this. The first technique that I think could help you is called self-affirmation. Now, our pop culture has turned this into something that is actually quite cheesy, and no worries, that is not what I suggest you do. Instead, I'm referring to the way it is used within coachings and also how it has been tested within academic settings. Now, to implement it, I suggest you go on a walk, and what you do is you think about 3 things that describe you, and without them you wouldn't be yourself. These are positive attributes that you tell about yourself. So you think about them and then you write a few paragraphs about why those things matter to you. After you've done that, you think about a situation in which you were able to express that side of you. By doing this, you basically prove to yourself that these positive attributes apply to you, and that can make you feel better about yourself and increase your confidence, and that might lead you to set some new goals for yourself. And for goal setting, I want to introduce you to WOOP, which stands for wish, outcome, obstacles, and plan. So just so that you have a little proof of the effectiveness of this method, I'm gonna share with you these study results. Here they tested out this WOOP method, and they found that the WOOP group spent significantly more time studying towards their goals compared to the goal setting group. And we're talking about a difference of 4.3 hours compared to 1.5 hours. So it clearly has a positive impact on how actively you pursue your goals. So how do we implement WOOP? Well, the W stands for wish, and what you need to keep in mind when you formulate your wish is that it needs to be challenging but also attainable. And in addition, it should be something that is important to you so that you can rely on some intrinsic motivation. The next letter is O, and it stands for outcome. And here you should imagine the single best outcome that you achieve with reaching this goal. And I want you to imagine it very vividly. So up till now, WOOP consists of positive thinking, but research has shown that by itself is actually not very effective, because to your mind, what is vividly imagined is actually really real to the mind. And therefore, there's no necessity to act. So we want now to incorporate the next step, which is obstacles. And when it comes to formulating your obstacles, I want you to focus on the obstacles that you can control, so internal obstacles, opposed to external obstacles, things that you don't have any control over. And also imagine yourself experiencing these obstacles. So the last letter of WOOP is the P, which stands for plan. And here I want you to think of a if-then plan. So if I get distracted by, for example, TikTok, then I am gonna put my phone aside and focus on something else. Whatever action will get you closer to your goal. And yeah, that is WOOP in a nutshell. Now, if you still feel like you need this little push, then I want to invite you to try this next strategy. For this, you take a pencil and a piece of paper, and what I want you to do is write down all the things that you could gain from taking action in one list, and in the other list you write down the consequences of you remaining in a stagnant or state of procrastination. Now with that, you basically have the carrot and you have the stick, and by looking over that you might persuade yourself to actually take action. If you feel like your confidence level is standing in the way of performing at your best, then I highly recommend trying these strategies out. And if you would like to go over all of these steps one-on-one, then that is something that we can do as well. I recently started offering this on my website, so the link is in the description. Check it out, and if you liked the video, give it a like, share it with somebody, and see you in the next one.